Hi, welcome to Tuesdays with Tara. I'm Tara Bundance, and today I'm going to talk about relationship to money. So, I've been doing a lot of my own personal work around what money means to me and basically what it is that I need to let go of or what I need to accept to have a different relationship with money. So, in the past, my relationship with money was kind of innocuous. It was kind of like, do I have a relationship with money? Is it okay? Is it healthy? Is it vibrant? Is it poppin'? Or is it just kind of like mediocre? It's all right. It's fine. Or even to the point of like, is it not so great? So, throughout my life, I didn't know this until very recently that my relationship with money has been sort of distant. Basically, I left money up to other people and I had a fine relationship with money. And basically, what that meant is I was comfortable with having it, I was comfortable with not having it. What I've always said is I trust the universe. And so I always trusted the universe to have my back, to take care of me, to keep me, where I needed to be, always find jobs when I need it, always have money when I need it. Sometimes it came from other people, sometimes it came from just the right job showing up at the right time. And basically, that's been my relationship to money is like it's there when I need it. And if I don't have it, then it's okay. I'll work it out. So there's a wide variety of relationships that we can have to money. Some people have a very distant relationship to money. Some people think that money is not necessary to make the world go round, or some people think that money is evil or that it's the root of all evil. So one of the things that I'm recognizing and understanding about money today is that it's a being, it's a life. It's just like, a tree or a plant or a bug or a person or an animal or anything. So, because money is energy, I'm energy, a tree is energy, a plant is energy, everything's energy. This chair is energy, right? This computer that I'm talking to right now is energy. We all have vibration, we all have connection somehow, and we crisscross into each other's energy fields. And one of the huge awarenesses that I had recently that I really wanted to share here with you is this concept of money and I having a partnership or a friendship. So, what does that look like? This story that I told myself, and I even shared this with my dad, is what if someone came to my door? And it could be someone I know, could be someone I don't know, whatever. Somebody comes up and they're like, here, have some organic seeds of squash, let's say, or green beans. Okay. So somebody comes up and they give me this organic, GMO free packet of yummy food seeds, some kind of plant that's going to feed me and my family. I'm going to accept that seed packet and I'm going to say, thank you. How sweet of you to consider me or to think about me. I really appreciate this. Thanks so much. Now, what if someone came up with a stack of $100 bills and they said to you, here, have this. It's really, a gift from me to you. In the past, I would have been like, oh my gosh, that's too much. Why would you be giving me all this? It's not important. Thank you, but you keep it. The whole thing about energy and exchange and the way energy works is give and receive, right? So I can give energy to someone by thinking about them. I can give energy to someone by doing Reiki on them. I can give energy to someone by helping them with something. I can give energy to someone by giving them something. Okay. Whether it's energy or a physical thing from me to you, it's energy exchange. Same in return. I can receive things from people, whether it's energy, healing energy, life energy, food, gifts, friendship, anything. It's all about the exchange of energy. So when I thought about this packet of seeds, and then I went deeper and I thought, money is made like bills, dollar bills, $100 bills, paper money is made from nature. Well, so are coins. Coins are made from nature, right? Metal. Paper money is made from trees and fabric and dye, that ink that comes from, some form of nature. So when I started breaking it down, it's like, if I have a relationship to a tree, I can walk up to a tree and hug a tree and be like so grateful for its energy exchange. And I could same with cotton, fabric, anything that's made from natural sources. I can have a connection and be grateful for that connection. And the same with metal. I can have a connection and a relationship with metals, minerals, things that come from the earth, and not really think twice about it. Now you create something into a form like coins or bills that come from those same aspects of nature. And somehow I have a distant relationship or a negative or a dissonant relationship with it now, even though it came from the same things that I was connected to before. That doesn't make any sense. So creating a new relationship with money for me is just breaking it down to the core level of its energy. So if I'm comfortable with receiving seed packets, then why wouldn't I be comfortable with receiving money exchange? So it's that's the minute, right? So I don't have an uncomfortable relationship with money. Basically, my relationship with money had to do again with other people and their relationships with money. So I kept myself kind of distant from the actual having of lots and lots of money. Why? Because somewhere in my mind, somewhere in my history, somewhere in my family's history, somewhere in my lineage, somewhere in past lives, whatever it is, I created a belief that my relationship to money is unnecessary. Like it's what it is. It doesn't have to be anything more, anything less. It's just what it is. Now, having that kind of perspective around anything that contains energy, basically what I'm doing is I'm not willing to evolve with that other thing. I'm not willing to grow. I'm not willing to learn. I'm not willing to experience something different or new with that thing. For me, it was money. Basically, I'm abundant in every aspect of my life. I just haven't really ever felt overly abundant when it came to money. And a big part of that was because other people need it more than I do. There's no reason for me to have more than I need. And what I'm recognizing now is money wants to serve me the same way that I want to serve people. And the energy of money is about movement, is about doing something, helping someone do something, get something done, right? So money helps make things happen. It doesn't just sit. And if it just sits, it starts creating a little more of a negative energy within itself because it needs to move, it needs to flow. So I'm forming new relationships with money, and I'm asking you to do the same. I'm asking you to consider the possibility that you may or may not have a great relationship with money. If you feel like you have a great relationship with money, awesome, kudos, more to you. But if you don't have a real clean, healthy, vibrant connection in energy with money, consider why. Consider the possibility that you may be looking at money a certain way, and there may be a different way to look at it. Another aspect of my connection or my relationship to money that I wanted to share with you is hopefully something that can support you as well, around believing that somehow my relationship with other people and their connection to money was to blame for me not having more money. So I have found ways over the years to put it in someone else's hands as if I'm giving them responsibility for how money happens in my life. And then when things don't work out the way that I want them to or hope they will, when it there comes to be some kind of exchange of money with, anything where there was money exchange. And if things didn't go right, didn't work out the way that I wanted them to, somehow that was someone else's fault. Oh, well, they didn't do their part. Oh, they didn't have this part that they should have done differently. And what I'm recognizing is because I'm putting all the responsibility on others outside of myself, that somehow I'm not wanting to have any responsibility for the way money shows up in my own life. That's a tough one. That was a big one for me. That was one that's kind of like, oh, right. So now, as I form a new relationship with money and I form a new energy connection to money, instead of blaming the situation, blaming another person, even blaming myself for how having not done things a certain way or not trusted, myself and put the trust in someone else's hands. Basically, that's me saying, I don't want to have anything to do with this process, just the me helping other people aspect. So, in being a vocal empowerment coach and a voice coach and supporting people in dream interpretation and all the other things that I do to support others, whether it's channeling or, writing a book with someone or just anything that I might do to support others can help me in so many ways. It can help me evolve, help me grow, help me learn more about myself and my connections to people, but it doesn't necessarily form the depth of relationship that I've been lacking with money. So now, moving forward, my goal is to create a whole new relationship to money, to basically treat money as I would treat a tree. And, I always refer to this tree behind me. I have a guide that looks very much like this tree and actually sits behind me, energetically lives sort of behind me and holds space and holds me. And I have this very deep connection to tree energy and tree medicine. And this tree that is it's my main guide. It's a deep connection that I have. It's something that I trust. It's something that I believe in. When I go into a channeling session or do any dream interpretation or any kind of psychic connection, I always tap into tree. Okay. So the reason I refer to this tree is because you can see it. Whereas with my tree, you can't necessarily see it per se, but I know it's always there. So when I refer to nature, often I go straight to tree energy or some kind of animal medicine. And when I think about my relationship with my guides, tree specifically, and then all my other guides also, there's a trust there. There's a bond. There's a connection. I believe in my relationship with these guides, and I believe in my relationship to nature. And I believe in it so much that it gives me a depth of being able to step into something with courage, being able to step into something with confidence, knowing that my guides and my inner voice and all of that has my back. Okay. Now, in flip side of that is I haven't felt that way about money before. And I'm starting to really form a bond and a connection and a relationship with money that creates that same sort of trust, that same sort of courage and connection that allows me to believe in and know that as I move into this situation, money has my back the same way that my guides have my back. Money flow, money energy coming into my life has my back. So I'm going to put this out there as just a call to action. Write down your relationship to money. And if you feel like you don't really have a relationship to money, maybe write down what you think that's all about. It could have something to do with past lives. It could have something to do with your family lineage. It could have something to do with something that's happened to you in your life or something you witnessed growing up. It could have anything to do with all of those things. But as you get a deeper sense of what that connection is or lack of connection is, maybe give yourself permission to do a meditation or to do some kind of connecting energy that allows you to have a brand new relationship to money. That's your call to action this week. Have a great day. And thank you so much for joining me on Tuesdays with Tara.